Have you ever experienced a moment when, in the midst of intimacy, your body just didn't respond as you expected? You're not alone. Today, we address a topic that most people are ashamed of or embarrassed about, but is incredibly important to anyone over 50. Nearly half of men over 50 experience loss of firmness during intimacy, and understanding this can make a big difference. If you're not a subscriber, subscribe and turn on notifications to get updates. Your support means a lot to me, and if you enjoyed this video, please like and share to help me keep sharing these valuable lessons. Before we dive into this sensitive topic, take a moment to ask yourself what happens in our minds when we experience moments of physical vulnerability. What goes through our hearts when we encounter something unexpected, like the loss of firmness during an intimate act? It's a question that carries a lot of weight. Many people tie intimacy to performance, strength, and control. When something doesn't go as planned, they feel frustrated and disconnected, and many feel shame. It's easy to get caught up in negative thoughts, feeling as if you have failed in some fundamental way. But I want to pause here and remind you of something important. Intimacy is not about reaching a goal, meeting a target, or meeting a list of expectations. True intimacy is about something much deeper: the connection we share with another person, emotional closeness, and the way we communicate through touch. Don't fall into negative thoughts. You haven't failed. Intimacy is about more than reaching a goal or meeting a list of expectations. It's about a deep connection with another person. It's about emotional closeness and communication. Communication happens through touch, words, and presence. When a man loses firmness during an intimate moment, he often thinks, "What's wrong with me?" This question can trigger an avalanche of doubts, fear, and shame. You may feel as if you have let yourself down. You've let yourself and your partner down. Words and presence touch. When a man experiences loss of firmness during an intimate moment, he often thinks, "What's wrong with me?" This question can trigger an avalanche of doubts, fear, and shame. You may feel as if you have let yourself and your partner down. But this is where I want to stop for a moment and offer a different perspective. This experience is much more common than we realize. It does not define your value or your ability to connect with someone. Studies have shown that nearly half of men over the age of 50 will experience some form of erectile dysfunction at some point in their lives. This is a reality that many men face but often keep in the shadows without speaking due to the associated embarrassment. We must address this because it is not always indicative of a serious underlying problem. Sometimes it's just life, stress, fatigue, a change in routine, or even something as simple as an unexpected distraction. Our bodies and minds are profoundly affected by what happens around us. Stress is one of the biggest culprits behind moments of physical difficulty. We often carry the weight of our daily challenges, work pressures, financial worries, and family skills in the most intimate spaces of our lives, the bedroom, for example. We do this without realizing it. We often carry the weight of our daily challenges, work pressures, financial worries, and family skills into the most intimate spaces of our lives. The bedroom, a place that should be a place of relaxation and pleasure, becomes another space where we feel the burden of these invisible struggles. While our minds tell us to focus on the moment, we enjoy the pleasure, and our bodies may be struggling silently under the weight of these unseen tensions. It is heartbreaking to think that in moments, when we long for closeness and connection, we can feel isolated and disconnected. But intimacy is not just a physical act. It's an experience that transcends the physical. It is emotional, spiritual, and deeply personal. Intimacy is about two people coming together to share a moment of vulnerability, trust, and closeness. The most intimate moments are defined not by perfection, but by the grace with which we navigate imperfection. Let's take a step back and look at the big picture. An intimate moment is about more than what happens. Trust, closeness, and intimacy are defined not by perfection, but by navigating imperfection with grace. Instead of focusing solely on the physical aspect of an encounter, let's take a step back and look at the big picture. An intimate moment is about more than what happens physically. It's about how we feel, how we connect, and how we respond to each other's needs. It's about communication, empathy, and being fully present with your partner, even when things don't go as planned. When we shift our perspective from performance to presence and from outcome to experience, we open the door to a much richer and more meaningful form of intimacy. Imagine this. You are with someone you love deeply. In a moment of vulnerability, instead of feeling embarrassed or frustrated, you choose to support yourself in that moment with compassion and understanding. You accept the fact that your body is simply responding to circumstances beyond your control. It's about being seen, accepted, and loved for who you are. In that moment of vulnerability, you connect with your partner on a deeper level. You realize that intimacy is about more than just the physical act. It's about being seen, accepted, and loved for who you are. It's about being accepted and loved, not because of how your body performs, but for who you are. When we learn to approach intimacy with this mindset, we open the door to a deeper and more satisfying connection with our partners. We learn that it is okay to have moments of imperfection because those are the moments that remind us of our shared humanity and that love, intimacy is defined not by flawless execution, but by our ability to show up for each other. When things don't go as planned, remember you are not alone. Many men face this, and it's nothing to be ashamed of. What matters most is how you choose to respond. Respond with kindness, patience, and the understanding that moments of imperfection are reminders of our shared humanity and the connection that love and intimacy can create. True intimacy is not about performance, it's about presence. We all yearn to be truly present with someone and to be accepted for who we are, not just for what our bodies can do. This is the heart of intimacy. When we embrace it, we discover that moments that we once saw as obstacles become opportunities for deeper connection. Greater understanding and a deeper sense of love are possible. Studies have shown that setting aside the pressure to perform perfectly can be truly liberating. Our bodies often regain responsiveness naturally, and it's essential to maintain composure when things don't go as expected. Disappointment and frustration are natural reactions in these situations, but what's truly required is patience, understanding, and a shift in perspective. These circumstances are indeed challenging, but they also present a valuable opportunity to deepen your connection with your partner, transcending the physical. If you experience a loss of firmness, the most counterproductive habit is to fixate on what your body isn't doing. The body does not do. This mentality only serves to deepen any anxiety, further distancing you from the emotional and physical connection you seek. Instead, redirect your focus from the physical outcome to the shared experience of pleasure. Stop viewing intimacy as a performance and begin to see it as an exchange of joy and affection. This will relieve pressure and allow something beautiful to develop. I will offer you some practical techniques that can help you find calm in these moments and, in many cases, can even help to reactivate your physical response in a natural way. Stop viewing intimacy as a performance and begin to see it as an exchange of joy and affection. This will relieve the pressure and allow something beautiful to develop. I will offer you some practical techniques that can help you find calm in these moments. These techniques can even help reactivate your physical response in a natural way. See it as an exchange of joy and affection. This relieves pressure and allows for positive development. I offer practical techniques that can help you find calm in these moments and reactivate your physical response in a natural way. One of the most powerful techniques is the conscious pause. When you feel the firmness diminish, instead of rushing to fix the situation or allowing panic to take over, pause. Take a moment to breathe. Breathe slowly and take a couple of long, deep breaths. Inhale slowly and hold the air in your lungs for a few seconds, then exhale gently, feeling the tension release from your body. This is simple. It has a profound effect on your nervous system. It's like pressing the reset button on your anxiety. Slow, conscious breathing triggers the body's natural relaxation response, reducing the mental and emotional tension that may be blocking your physical arousal. In that state of relaxation, your body is much more likely to return to its natural rhythm. Your mind clears, and the anxieties that were holding you back begin to dissolve as you allow yourself this moment of space to respond in a more organic and natural way. When you're calm and stop trying to control every aspect of the situation, your body tends to respond better. You may even find that simply by taking this conscious pause, your physical response reactivates effortlessly. This conscious pause is not just about breathing. When you're calm and not trying to control every aspect of the situation, your body responds better. You may find that taking this conscious pause effortlessly reactivates your physical response. This conscious pause is about more than just breathing. It's also about connecting with your partner in the moment. Use this time to engage in other forms of communication with them and share your feelings by shifting the focus from performance to connection. This opens the door to a deeper and more satisfying experience. Embrace the opportunity to connect with your partner in the moment. Engage in other forms of tactile communication and share your feelings by shifting the focus from performance to connection. This pressure-free intimacy fosters a sense of safety and trust, naturally leading to heightened physical arousal. When you find yourself in this situation, remember that your body is not betraying you, it is simply responding to the emotional and physical environment around you. Don't see it as a failure. See it as an opportunity to deepen your connection with your partner through patience. As a failure, see it as an opportunity to deepen your connection with your partner through patience and mindfulness. You can regain your sense of calm and discover that your body responds in ways you hadn't anticipated, allowing you to experience intimacy in a richer and deeper way than before. Don't miss this opportunity to deepen your connection with your partner through patience, mindfulness, and gentle redirection. You can regain your sense of calm and discover that your body responds in ways you hadn't anticipated. This will allow you to experience intimacy in a richer and deeper way than before. Many people rarely consider this, but it can be incredibly transformative in the intimate experience. Don't get caught up in the belief that intimacy must follow a rigid script. This step leads to that and then to something else. The reality is much more flexible and open to interpretation. When you feel you are losing firmness, it does not mean that the moment is lost or that the connection between you and your partner has to suffer. This can be an opportunity to shift the focus in a way that this can deepen your bond. Embrace other equally beautiful ways to connect with your partner. There is an incredible amount of tenderness and love in simply being present with each other. Let your hands do the talking through gentle and intentional caresses. Let your lips linger in deep, passionate kisses that carry a message beyond words. Then there is the magic of skin to skin. The warmth of your partner's body against yours can rekindle that spark in ways you might not expect. These subtle and gentle gestures can be just as intimate, if not more, than the act itself. Many of us, including myself, feel pressure to perform perfectly in these moments, which often creates more tension and stress than pleasure. We place this immense expectation on ourselves to maintain physical firmness, as if that is the only way to experience true connection. The reality is that when we release that pressure, something truly remarkable happens. We let go of a certain routine, allow our body to relax in the moment, and give ourselves and our partner the freedom to explore intimacy in its most genuine form. In many cases, once that mental charge is lifted, the body naturally finds its way back by responding with renewed energy. It is crucial to understand that intimacy encompasses more than the physical act itself. It encompasses emotional closeness, vulnerability, and the shared experience of being present with each other. Many couples find that when they let go of rigid performance expectations, renewed energy is essential. Intimacy is not just about the physical act itself. It is about emotional closeness, vulnerability, and the shared experience of being present with each other. Many couples find that when they let go of rigid performance expectations, they find new levels of pleasure and connection that they didn't know existed. When the mind is freed from the pressure of needing to, the body often responds in ways that feel more authentic and organic. This can make the whole experience more satisfying and meaningful. Think about it. Intimacy is about more than just the mechanics. It's about creating a space where you and your partner feel completely safe, accepted, appreciated, and cherished. It's about the warmth that fills the room when you both let go of expectations and allow yourselves to just be with each other in those moments of shared vulnerability. In those moments, a kind of deeper closeness is formed, not defined by performance, but by the pure connection of hearts, minds and souls. That's the most beautiful part of being with someone, the ability to connect at a deeper level where love and tenderness replace any sense of pressure or anxiety. So, the next time you find yourself in an intimate moment, and things aren't going as planned, remember that this is an opportunity, not a setback. Take it as a chance. When things don't go as planned, don't see it as a setback. Instead, see it as an opportunity to explore other ways to express love and closeness. Remember that intimacy is about emotional connection more than physical performance. When you fully engage your mind and heart, you may find that your body responds in ways you never expected. True intimacy thrives when the mind and heart are fully engaged. It's not just the body that experiences the magic of shared tenderness and mutual understanding. Remember, true magic happens when we embrace intimacy and sexuality as rich, multifaceted experiences. It's not just about achieving or maintaining an erection. It's about the connection, intimacy, and the shared moments that define the encounter. When we approach sexuality with this broader perspective, it becomes a much more satisfying and complete experience. Prolonged contact is an incredibly powerful technique to consider instead of feeling discouraged or thinking that the encounter has to end. If the firmness, you can maintain that beautiful closeness with your partner just in a different way. Sometimes intimacy is about much more than penetration. Intimacy is about more than physical penetration. In fact, physical penetration is only one aspect of intimacy. Other aspects include a warm embrace, gazing into each other's eyes, or sharing a quiet moment. These aspects can foster a deep emotional connection that rekindles the physical response of touch, the comfort of being close, and the emotional security that intimacy brings. Intimacy often allows the body to respond in ways you might not expect. Studies on emotional and physical intimacy have shown that when you release the need for immediate results, such as an erection, and simply enjoy prolonged contact without specific expectations, the body often recovers naturally. This approach is one of the most effective and gentle ways to regain firmness without stress or pressure. Another highly effective method is to change the focus of pleasure altogether. People often focus on whether the penis is firm, and this intense focus can cause anxiety, which makes the situation even more challenging. Instead, broaden your view. If you notice that you are losing assertiveness, don't dwell on it. Instead, shift your focus to other erogenous zones in both your body and your partner's. There is much to explore beyond a single physical response. The human body is full of sensitive and pleasurable areas that can provide immense satisfaction and deepen the overall experience. Rather than seeing this moment as an obstacle, transform it into an opportunity to discover new forms of pleasure that you may not have considered before. You should consider exploring your partner's neck, shoulders, inner thighs, or back. These are places that often go unnoticed but can provoke deep feelings of connection and desire. The key is to remain open and curious about each other's bodies. When you stop needing a firm erection, you can enjoy the ride. The pressure disappears, and with it, the anxiety. When you're no longer concerned about performance, it naturally returns on its own. You must allow yourselves to remain open and curious about each other's bodies. Stop needing a firm erection and instead focus on enjoying the ride. This will eliminate the pressure and anxiety. When you're no longer concerned about performance, it naturally returns on its own. The body is relieved of the weight of expectation and can relax and find its way back to excitement in a natural way. When the focus shifts away from erection as the main event and instead embraces the totality of the intimate experience, the body has room to respond more authentically without stress or urgency. The shift in mindset is liberating. It allows the focus to shift from the main event, erection, to the totality of the intimate experience. This shift allows for more fun, exploration, and deeper connection that transcends the physical. Many couples discover a new level of closeness in these moments. This closeness is not dependent on performance, but rather on shared experiences of giving and receiving pleasure. True intimacy is about the warmth of shared experiences. Many couples discover a new level of closeness when they let go of the performance mindset and focus on being fully present with each other. True intimacy is about warmth, mental connection, and physical closeness. Next time you feel pressure to maintain firmness, remember that sexuality is not about achieving a perfect performance. It's about embracing the full spectrum of sensations and experiences. When you let go of the expectation to perform in a certain way, you will often find that your body responds better, the whole encounter becomes more meaningful, more relaxed, and ultimately more satisfying. Although the mind undoubtedly plays a crucial role in sexual health, it is important to remember that physical factors can also have a significant impact. As I mentioned earlier, circulation problems are often the root of erectile difficulties in men with conditions such as hypertension, diabetes, or high cholesterol. These men may notice that their erections are not as consistent or as firm as before. This is completely normal. If this resonates with you, know that you are not alone and there is no reason to feel ashamed or embarrassed to seek medical advice. Sometimes, even small adjustments to your daily routine can have a profound and positive effect on your sexual health. These adjustments may include eating a healthier diet, incorporating regular exercise, or making slight changes to your medication. I want to share a more personal reflection with you. It has been shaped by my experience over the years in my practice, and by talking to countless men and couples. I have seen firsthand how sexuality evolves as we age. The physical aspects of intimacy change, and firmness varies. The emotional connection becomes more important over time. When we are younger, we focus on the mechanics of intimacy and performance. As time passes, the emotional bond shared with your partner becomes the true heart of intimacy. People often claim that the physical aspect of sex diminishes with age, but that's not entirely true. What changes instead is how we approach intimacy. With age, the emphasis on physical performance is softened, and the desire for connection is strengthened. As time passes, the bond you share with your partner becomes the true heart of intimacy. People often claim that the physical aspect of sex diminishes with age, but that's not entirely true. What changes instead is how we approach it. With age, the emphasis on pure physical performance is softened, and the desire for connection, understanding, and sharing something meaningful with your partner becomes stronger. This shift in focus can make intimacy even more satisfying when we allow ourselves to be present in the moment without the pressure to perform or meet certain expectations. The body often responds in its natural way, and what unfolds is an experience that is not only physically satisfying but also emotionally nourishing. I've seen many men come to me feeling discouraged because they think their bodies are betraying them as they get older, but I always tell them the same thing. It's not about perfection, it's about connection. There's a quiet wisdom in understanding that intimacy is about more than just physical performance. It's about the closeness you feel when you look into your partner's eyes, the warmth of their skin against yours, and the laughter you share in those private moments. Private moments and true intimacy transcend physical limitations. When you focus on the emotional bond, you let go of the pressure to be perfect. You will discover that your body is much more receptive than you expected. I have seen couples come to this realization many times. They understand that it's not firmness or frequency that matters. Trust the trust. Focus on the emotional bond, not the physical. Let go of the pressure to be perfect. You will find that your body is much more receptive than you expected. I've seen this happen countless times. Couples realize that it's not firmness or frequency that defines intimacy. It's the quality of the connection they share. Once the pressure to perform is lifted, their bodies naturally follow the rhythm. Aging reminds us to slow down and appreciate these moments more fully. This is an opportunity to rediscover what makes intimacy truly special. The trust. Intimacy is defined by the quality of the connection shared and the emotional connection that allows your bodies to follow the rhythm. The journey of aging reminds us to slow down and appreciate these moments more fully. It's an opportunity to rediscover what makes intimacy truly special: trust, vulnerability, and the experience of being completely open with someone you care about. If you find yourself worrying about the physical aspects of intimacy as you age, take a step back and look at the bigger picture. Physical health is important, and there are things you can do. There are things you can do to improve your physical health. But don't neglect the emotional side of intimacy. How you connect, communicate, and share yourself with your partner is just as important. This emotional connection can lead to a more satisfying physical response when you allow yourself to enjoy the moment without worrying about what your body should do. When you create this space, true intimacy can flourish, and your body will often follow its natural course, responding to the love and connection you share. If you notice changes in your sexual health, talk to your doctor. Sexual health is a common part of life, and sometimes just a few small adjustments can make a big difference. The heart of intimacy lies in the connection you share with your partner. Let go of expectations and enjoy being with each other to create the most meaningful experiences. If you frequently find yourself in this situation, it is crucial to seek the guidance of a sex therapist or couples therapist. If you're dealing with erectile difficulties, it's crucial to understand that they're often not just physical. These issues are often linked to the dynamics within your relationship. Emotional factors or unspoken tensions between partners can play a significant role. A professional can help untangle these issues through open communication, specific exercises, and techniques to foster emotional and physical connection. Many couples find that they can overcome these challenges and emerge stronger and closer than ever. Remember, intimacy is not the end of the encounter, nor is it a sign of failure. Remember, intimacy is not the end of the encounter. It is not a sign of failure. It is an invitation to experience intimacy in a different way. This new form of intimacy may be more meaningful. It opens the door to explore new forms of pleasure and ways to express your connection. Most importantly, it is an opportunity to deepen the emotional bond you share with your partner. As we mature, sexuality is not about striving for perfection. It is not about checking boxes or meeting some arbitrary standard of performance. Instead, it's about savoring the moment, the warmth, the closeness, and the affection that is exchanged. You and your partner should appreciate the beauty of your and your partner's bodies, and the simple joy of being in each other's company. Maturity brings wisdom that allows us to see the true essence of intimacy. It is not about physical prowess it's about connection, the deep and meaningful connection shared in private moments. When you embrace this, you realize that there's so much more to sexuality than just firmness or performance. It's about the way you communicate with your partner, the way you make her feel seen and valued, and the way you create a safe and loving space for both of you. Face these moments. Remind yourself that this is not a failure, it is a chance to get closer to your partner and enjoy the intimate connection you have. At the heart of intimacy is not perfection, but the joy of being fully present with both your partner and yourself. Face these moments. Remember, this is not a failure. It is an opportunity to get closer to your partner and enjoy the intimate connection you have. At the heart of intimacy is not perfection, but the joy of being fully present with both your partner and yourself. I hope you gained valuable insights into the true essence of intimacy, especially as we age. Sexuality is not just about physical performance. It is also about deep emotional connection, communication, and embracing new ways of sharing pleasure. I would love to know what you learned from today's video. After watching today's video, please share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a comment, like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more content like this. Thanks for watching.